Welcome everyone to this tutorial on using the transcribe feature, which I believe is a new feature on Microsoft Word. And if you're a podcaster like me, or even just an educator, I think this is a really exciting feature that Microsoft has added, and I'd love to try it out. And this is the first time I'm using it. So far, all I've done is logged into my Microsoft 365 account. And from what I understand, I will go up here to the Dictate tab. So I'm on the Home tab and then the Dictate drop-down menu and click Transcribe. And then I will choose to upload audio. And I have to find here where I have an interview that I did recently. So once I choose that audio, then Microsoft Word will upload the audio and automatically transcribe it for me. And of course, this window says this may take a while. Leave this window open and check back in a bit. And so right now it's at 5% after just a few seconds. And I will pause the video here and return. And I'll let you know about how long the upload was for this interview that is about 25 minutes long. And we're back through the magic of video editing. We were able to pause the video as we started the upload of the raw audio in trying to transcribe. And I will tell you that took about 19 minutes. Like I said, the interview, the audio is about 25 and a half minutes long. So for a 25-minute and 35-second audio clip, audio file, it took about 19 minutes, a little bit less than 20 minutes to actually upload. I will tell you, I don't have the fastest computer in the world, but to me, that's a little slow. I think probably Microsoft can make up for it if the transcription is really accurate. And I guess we're about to find out. So this is what the screen looks like now that the audio has been transcribed. You can see the transcriptions with speaker labels that can be edited here on this panel in the right side of the screen. As I scroll down, you can see the rest of the interview. Like I said, this is the first time I'm trying it, and it looks like there's an easy way to add all of that transcription back into the document where I'm assuming you can also edit it. So I'm going to click Add All to Document. And just like that, the audio has all been added to the document. And as I suspected, you can do some editing in here. So if I wanted to change the speaker name there to my name and maybe change speaker 2 to the name of my guest, the person I was interviewing, you could do that as well. So I'm going to play for you the audio and we'll see how accurate it was. Very glad to bring on in this episode of the Leader of Learning podcast my colleague, actually from the same district, Mark Jackson. And Mark and I have, although we work in the same district, only really met up once in person, and it wasn't at school. It was way back when at an ed camp, if my memory serves correctly. But we've since sort of reconnected, and glad to have you, Mark, and welcome to the show. And please introduce yourself to the listeners.
Hi, listeners. My name is Mark Jackson. I am a subject area leader for social studies at Roten Middle School, and I teach 7th and 8th grade social studies.
So one of the things that I wanted to ask you right off the bat, Mark, is we're basically halfway through the summer at this point, or maybe even a little bit more like 2/3 of the way through the summer, and God knows, it keeps changing all the time. We don't really know what school is going to for sure look like when we get back at the end of August, and some people return middle of August, some go back in September. I don't know that anybody really knows, but I do know this about you, that you are someone who clearly takes teaching very seriously, and at the foremost in your work as an educator are your relationships with students. And what I know. So I'm going to stop right there, and I'm noticing a couple of things. First, my general impression on the accuracy at which Microsoft through artificial intelligence was able to transcribe this audio is very accurate. I've used other transcription services before, especially Otter AI, and I've still had to go back and change and edit and punctuate a lot. Clearly, there will be opportunities in here where I will have to go back and change and edit and punctuate, but it looks like if I'm judging by what I just saw and what I just heard from that limited clip, I'm guessing about 90 to 95% accuracy in terms of just the words. There are definite punctuation errors that'll have to be corrected, but for the most part, the words were really accurate. A couple of times it messed up names, like here where it says wrote in, that should be Roton, like that, Roton, middle school. So that was fairly accurate considering it said wrote, Rote in. But this looks pretty good. And then, of course, just as we end this video here, you could always copy and paste this into show notes for a podcast or even a blog post or a website page. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video.